Like, whenever you are ready, you may begin.
Okay, some of you may or may not know what it's like to live with roommates. Maybe you're doing it right now. I am. And I can honestly say it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. My roommates have taught me a lot about myself and about them. And today I'll talk a little bit about both of those and how much it stressed me out as well, because it's something I wasn't used to. So, to look into some of the specifics of living conditions, there are 5 of us total. We're all Clackamas Community College athletes who ran for the track and field team. So, needless to say, space was a little limited. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. And I don't even want to talk about some of the smells that came out of there. So, sorry.
You got it. It never occurred to me.
Oh, sorry, yeah, thank you so much. Never occurred to me that everyone grew up with different parents and things like that, because prior to that, I had no idea what it was like to have roommates. Everyone does, in fact, have different parents, and at times I feel like I was the one who's ever being respectful about things. There were so many times I felt disrespected by people who were strangers to me, but wanted to do so much for them. I'm so sorry, guys. Being that they're strangers to me, and I didn't know much about them, I realized that outside of running, we also all had different hobbies. Our hobbies led us to even make this place even more tight and not a very fun place to live. And we didn't always get along so well because of those things. So what ended up happening was, the place was just extremely stressful. It was a madhouse. Things were everywhere. I was an artist and I listened to music. Everyone did their own different things. And I got proof on paper for the amount of complaints we had, not just with that smell I mentioned before, but with the noises and the other dirt inside and outside of the apartment. None of these things I was used to growing up with, and it stressed me out like crazy. And so I became incredibly aware of what it was like to have a nervous breakdown. And it wasn't a very comfortable feeling, let me tell you. I came from another state and was just living with my parents prior to this. I had no idea who these people were because our coaches just teamed us up with random people, and we had to deal with that. And although I tried to take things with a grain of salt most of the time, there was no place to vent, because whenever I tried to, someone was already doing it in my bed or in my room. So I had no options. It led me to the idea of coming with a set of rules, like a charter almost. And it sounds kind of goofy, but it actually worked out, because I sat down with a marker and a piece of paper and just started writing things down. I tried to make sure they were ideas everyone could agree with. And over time, things got a whole lot better, actually. But I realized soon after that the real change needed to be inside myself. It wasn't just changing what they did to make me happier. It's what I needed to do to make myself happy and deal with maybe some of the things that they were doing. We could manage something. And so this is why I can say I'm extremely grateful for my roommates, because I had this epiphany. And what's funny is they had the same epiphany around that same time. And so it was like the answer to the universe had just entered my apartment. And it really got calm compared to what it was. And what I enjoyed was that I was able to see myself from the outside in. I was the kind of person who was authoritarian. I was the dad figure in the house. I made sure everyone got their homework done, went to bed on time, got the right grades, practiced speeches like this, things like that. I was better at teaching them than actually following my rules a lot of the time too, which is kind of funny. But not just that, what was really, truly important to me was that I learned 4 other unique individuals who I think of as brothers now. And although they might not feel the same about me, I truly respect them. And I try to put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make them be more successful people. In conclusion, I've told you about the living conditions, which were once very stressful and limited space, but also how they inadvertently taught me a lot about myself and about them, which is extremely important to me, because now I know how to deal with different people, and I know what kind of person I am for future living conditions. This is just a small tribute to 4 people I really care about, and I wish I could say more about how unique and awesome they are, but this is just it for now. Thank you.